Welcome to the Friday's edition of the John McEntyre Show Live. I'm John McEntyre, and today is Medicare Friday. We all know that. And so we're going to talk I'm going to it's like questions that was posed to me um, at during this week, because we all know that past Saturday, was the end of the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage plans and Medicare Part D drug plans. And so hopefully the calls have definitely reduced, probably 99%, 98%, something like that. Definitely the commercials have eased up. The Medicare Advantage commercials and all of this good stuff, they've eased up. Um, but Medicare doesn't stop. Medicare doesn't quit. Like I say, every day, 11,000 new people age into Medicare. And so, as long as that number, and it doesn't look like it's going to reduce anytime in this century, in this millennia, so we're just going to have to get used to it, because it is health care for the age 65 and over. And there's a lot of concerns with the new administration will be coming in next month, and we'll see. Um, but what I do say is that's really not going to affect Medicare, at least for a year, because especially with these plans and everything, the plans they run, Medicare Advantage plans run annually, January to December, and Medicare drug plans also, if you enrolled in it during this time. So that's enough about that. Today is mainly about the card. I had a topic which I'm going to cover, that I received the question numerous times, and with every enrollment, on the phone or in person, whatever. That question, it comes up each time, and it's about your ID card, and going to the doctor. What if I go to the doctor but I don't have my card yet? Well, I'm going to answer that question. But a question that came to me this morning while at the gym, a lady, she walked up to me, one of my clients, and she said, I received a phone call yesterday asking me if I had received my new plastic Medicare card. I said, and I was like, okay, so was it your actual, the carrier that we enrolled you into? She said, no, this was not. This was actually Medicare. They said that they were asking me. I said, so what did you do? She said, well, it didn't sound right from what you told me. It didn't sound right. So I basically hung up the phone. I said, excellent, excellent job. And that's what I advise anyone out there. Uh, Number one, Medicare, they don't issue plastic cards. The red, white, and blue card, they never issue it in plastic. Never. Um, Number two, they would not call you about that. You would receive, if there was a problem with your card, you would receive a letter. Um, and if there was a mistake, you would probably see it, and then you would take care of it. Sometimes I've yet to see a mistake. I've seen them, it may be delayed, lost in the mail, things like that. That's easy to take care of. Go to your Social Security office, call Social Security, call Medicare, verify your information, your identity, and they will take care of it. But Medicare never issue plastic cards. However, Medicare Advantage company carriers, they do. So, for instance, this client, she had enrolled in Aetna, and I told her, I said, now you will receive a plastic Aetna card. She had switched plans, so she still had her old plastic card. She said, yes. I said, if they do not identify themselves as your carrier, um, and they have to verify that, they just can't call you and say, hey, we wanted to talk to you about something. No, they can't do that. They have to have a specific reason. Then yes, they have to go through the steps of verifying who they are, so you'll know what to do. And that is a plastic card that you will receive from your carrier. because it plays, especially with the Medicare Advantage, it plays, and also the anything separate that you receive outside of Medicare is going to be plastic. Your Medicare Part D card is going to be plastic. If it's a supplement plan, everything you will carry, your Medicare card and your Medicare supplement card, it will be plastic. And you have to have your Part D drug plan card, it will be plastic. So everything will be plastic other than your original Medicare red, white, and blue card. So hopefully, if someone calls you, that's a scam. That's all that it is, trying to get your information. If you receive a call and it's a pure Medicare call, and they say, hey, have you received your plastic card, or asking you any type of information, it's a scam. Hang up. And if you want to take it even further, you can report it. You can call your Medicare office, call them, Social Security, any one of them, call any of them, ask them the questions. They will clarify things for you. So just remember that. All right, let's get over here to the what today's main topic is, um, and we get it a lot, which is, I have a new Medicare Advantage plan. I enrolled in a plan, but I don't have an ID card yet. And most of the time, the question is asked because most people are wanting to maybe get their and take care of any doctor visits in January, and a lot of times, especially if you waited late. If you enrolled in Medicare Advantage, a Medicare Advantage plan or Part D drug plan early, October 15, October, maybe the first couple of weeks, you may have received the card. But if you waited, if you got closer to Thanksgiving and especially after, most of the time I'm seeing people, if they're receiving their cards, you know, the hope is 2 weeks, but most of the time it comes after 2 weeks, up to 3 weeks sometimes, maybe even longer. The companies, they know that this time of the year is going to be busy. They don't really, the carriers, and when I say companies, the carriers, the actual carriers, they don't beef up their workforce or whatever. They know this is going to happen, and they know they're going to receive the question. It's a customer service question, and so they just say, "Oh, your card is on the way. Just wait for it." And so your information. That doesn't stop the fact that you have to go. You're going to the doctor. So what you can do if you don't have your card yet, there's a few ways. Um, you contact your Medicare Advantage plan directly, um, and hopefully you'll get through. You don't have to wait a long period of time. Hopefully you'll get through, and once you prove your identity, um, they should give you your identification number of your new plan, because your old plan has stopped. It shut down December 31st. January 1st, you went over to the new plan. If you have a new plan, you went over to that one. And so you need your ID. The most important thing is your ID. And once you have that, that should suffice with the doctor. But even before then, when you're enrolled in a new plan, you should receive a letter saying, welcoming you to the Medicare Advantage plan, this, that, and the other. If you switch plans, welcome to this plan. And it should have your information on there. All of the basic stuff, your co-pays, things like that should be on that letter. And that letter, if you have that letter, that's what you would take with you. A lot of times, especially you go to the emergency room, go to the doctor or whatever, they may say, we still want to file, we're going to file with your old company or whatever. Why they do that, I've seen it happen a couple of times. I don't know why, because it's going to be denied, because you just don't have the plan anymore, and they're like, no, we're not going to cover that. If they would have went to the doctor in December, sure. They're in January 2025, a new year, they're no longer with us, we're not covering it. Denial. But some, they still do it. But if you have the letter, and that's all you do have, and you're talking to the doctor, just show the letter, hey, I do have this coverage. Um, you can wait to file. when I get my card and I bring it, or if this information on this letter will suffice, then use it. So most cases, that's what will happen. Called your carrier for the letter, or if you can remember, and I always tell people this is extremely important. If I'm in person, we write it down on a file and everything, and show them how to go online. You can go online and actually get all of the information. Go online, log into your account of your carrier, all of your information there. You can print the letter out there. You can print copies and everything from there, and that should be verified. And if you want to be more proactive, you can actually call the doctor as soon as you receive your information and say, hey, I'm enrolled in this plan. I've switched plans. This is my new plan, and this is the information. And they should be able to take it. They'll take it from there. They'll be more than happy to take that information. And if not, then there's something wrong. So as you can tell, there's many ways to do this, to take care of it. If you did a prescription drug plan, your ID, take that ID as soon as you receive that number. When we enroll people in a Medicare Advantage plan or just a prescription drug plan, we give them an ID number. Take that number, that letter, go straight to your pharmacy as soon as possible. If your plan changed any, take it to the pharmacy and say, I'm just stopping by to give you this new information for drug. That way you won't receive any delays. And they'll respond as quickly. They're glad to have it, to update your information, your files and everything. That's just less work they will probably have to do later on when it's like, it's pressing and you might need the medication, and then you're having to wait and you may not have your information or whatever. So as soon as you receive this information, just talk to your doctor, go to your pharmacist, show it, and get all the information updated, and that should take care of it. So that letter should handle things for you if you haven't received that card. And if it goes past mid-January, like if you waited late, say for instance you waited the last day of enrollment and you've yet to receive a card mid-January, it's time to call and say, hey, I haven't received anything, and they'll let you know if they've mailed it out. So do that. If you call earlier than that, you will get through. You'll just probably have to wait because you will not be the only one making that call. There are 30 million, over 33 million beneficiaries on Medicare Advantage plans. And so you can rest assured they don't receive just one or two calls a day. They're receiving tons of calls. And so just be prepared to wait, and they will take care of it for you. We always have our clients, they'll call us, and we have files, and so we'll go in and get the information for them. We're the agent of record, and so we're able to take care of it, which may be another way you can do it. Also, you can call, if you have that type of agents, if you're working with an independent agent and they're the type that will work with you for customer service purposes, then by all means do that first, because they have it right in front of them, and they're probably handling a less caseload than if you called your carrier. That's another point. Call your agent, see what your agent can do first. We receive those calls. Like I say, lady, she walked up to me, asked me the question. She was one of the clients. I took care, answered the question for her right there. So you can also do that. All right. So that being said, I wanted to make sure and answer that question. This is Medicare Friday. You're going to receive those a ton of you're going to have questions, and from calls should have leveled off by now. Nothing. Just be prepared. The scammers, they don't stop. They're constantly evolving. They're trying to figure out a way. This the over 65 market has shown to be an easy market to scam, basically because of fear tactics and things like that. And they prey off, it's sad, but they prey off the elderly of the country, and they're kind of successful. They weren't that successful, they wouldn't do it. So that's why we're here, to make sure, we can at least protect you, do the best we can to protect you from those types of scams. So with that being said, I hope that this information was useful. If it was, you're watching by YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Share your. I didn't share any wallet wins today. Today was Medicare. Plenty of wallet wins. People enrolling in plans. People, getting the insurance that they need for next year. But if you do have wallet wins, share them with us. If you have any questions, make sure give us a call. I'll be back Monday to answer more questions in other area of finances. You may have questions. You may want to talk about your finances. Our contact information is on the screen there. Don't hesitate to visit johnmcintyre.com. Contact us through the website. And until Monday, we will talk.